across the wall. The chapter ends, I hear the evening call. A yellow lamp pools warm upon the wood. I'd keep reading longer if I could. Pages turn slowly, words unwind. A gentle close, a peaceful mind. The story rests, the bookmark slips in place. Tomorrow I'll return to this warm space. The final sentence settles like a sigh. A silver moon is climbing up the sky. I trace the spine with grateful fingertips. A universe asleep on quiet lips. Pages turn slowly, words unwind. A gentle close, a peaceful mind. The story rests, the bookmark slips in place. Tomorrow I'll return to this warm space. And every lesson learned today becomes a star that finds its way to guide me till the morning bright. Pages turn slowly, I close the cover, let the silence flow. The window hums a low and steady tone. The city blurs, I'm finally alone. Street lights flicker on in 2/4 time. My heartbeat matches that familiar rhyme. Riding home in C minor, soft and low. Letting go of everything I know. The wheels repeat a melody so kind, a lullaby for a working mind. A passenger with nothing in my hands. No deadlines waiting, no demanding plans. Fields dissolve to twilight's muted hue. I'm just dissolved to twilight's muted hue. I'm just a silhouette in fading blue. Riding home in C minor, soft and low. Letting go of everything I know. The wheels repeat a melody so kind, a lullaby for a working mind. This small compartment holds my weary soul. The The headlights gently glow. I'm nearly home. The only pace is slow. Echoes of sneakers fade along the hall. Lockers silent, shadows growing tall. I stack the papers, brush the whiteboard clean. The quietest moment I've ever seen. The quietest moment I've ever seen. The final bell still ringing in my ear. A sound so sweet, a boundary crystal clear. I turn the key and let the stillness swell. I did my best, I rang my own small bell. A drawing of a flower on my desk. A student's gift, unpolished, perfect, fresh. I tuck it in my bag beside the pens. This is how a teacher's day descends. This is how a teacher's day descends. I carry home a classroom in my heart, but I set it gently down. The lessons too. Tonight belongs to someone new. The final bell still ringing in my ear. A sound so sweet, a boundary crystal clear. I turn the key and let the stillness swell. I did my best, I rang my own small bell. The final bell is just a soft farewell. Steam curls upward in the amber light. The kitchen window holds the fading bright. I wrap my hands around the porcelain, letting comfort sink beneath my skin. Coffee at dusk, no rush, no race. A slower rhythm in this tiny space. Bitterness softened, warmth without the fire. A quiet cubicle, a daydream floats, a fragile globe of hand-wandering notes, ambitions folded into paper light. I'll send them skyward in the friendly night. Paper lanterns rising slow, little flames of letting go. Every wish I've tucked inside floats up where the starlight hides. Floats up where the starlight hides. The spreadsheet glowed like fluorescent snow, but in my chest a warmer fire grew. A secret garden only I can tend, a quiet dream that doesn't have to end. Paper lanterns rising slow, little flames of letting go. Every wish I've tucked inside floats up where the starlight hides. Up where the starlight hides. The office windows catch the orange gleam, reflections of a softer, kinder dream. I'll carry this one lantern in my mind, a gentle light for the daily grind. Paper lanterns rising slow, little flames of letting go. Every wish I've tucked inside floats up where the starlight hides. Up where the starlight hides. One by one they vanish in the blue, but I still see them and they see me too. The little red badge says 23, a list of names all asking things of me. I close the screen and feel the silence grow. I close the screen and feel the silence grow. A boundary I'm learning to bestow. Unread emails can wait until the dawn. This evening is a green and tender lawn. I will not scroll, I will not reply. I'm repossessing my own sky. I'm repossessing my own sky. The notification chime becomes a breeze. I let it rustle gently through the trees. No urgent flag can anchor me tonight. My only task is finding inner light. I am more than a responder, more than a calendar.
The logbook knows the weight that I conceal. I close the cover, cap the navy blue, and slowly shed the day I just walked through. Blue ink dries upon the page, a silent record of the age. I hang my duty by the door, a human being, nothing more. The uniform comes off like armor shed. The quiet settles softly in my head. My children's drawings on the fridge remind there is a gentler world I'm here to find. The radio is silent in the hall, no urgent call to answer after all. Just the kettle whistling its simple tune, a lullaby beneath the crescent moon. Blue ink fades to a father, a friend. The shift is over, the long watch can end. One by one they vanish in the blue, but I still see them and they see me too.
I wipe the board in sweeping arc. The dust becomes a trail of spark. Equations vanish, history fades. And in the smudges, night parades. Chalk dust stars across the green, the tiniest cosmos I have seen. Every smudge a distant sun, the day is done, the night's begun. Lesson plan for tomorrow waits, but here among these dusty gates I linger just a moment more. I linger just a moment more and find a sky I can't ignore. Chalk dust stars across the green, the tiny Perhaps I've planted galaxies and then a constellation growing from a stem. I dust my hands and turn off room tonight. The machinery has finally ceased its roar. My boots are heavy on the concrete floor. I punch the card and step into the air. The parking lot is offering a prayer. Steel and solitude, a seat that holds my spine. For a moment, this car is a chapel, a shrine. I close my eyes and let the stillness flood. A worker made of flesh and blood. A worker made of flesh and blood. My hands remember every bolt and gear, but here inside they're finally clear. The wheel is cool beneath my calloused palm. The world outside is wonderfully calm. Steel and solitude, a seat that holds my spine. For a moment, this car is a chapel, a shrine. I close my eyes and let the stillness flood. A worker made of flesh and blood. A worker made of flesh and blood. Flesh and blood. Flesh and blood. projector hums a fading drone. The final bullet point is shown. I click to a blank and gentle screen. The cleanest slate I've ever seen. This is the last slide. Thank you and good night. The lecture hall drops into softer light. The questions settle, the students drift away. I pack my thoughts and end the day. A dozen faces held my gaze for hours. I gave them all my intellectual powers. Now quiet fills the tiered rows like rain. I'm just a person with an ordinary brain. This is the last slide. Thank you and good night. The lecture hall drops into softer light. The questions settle, the students drift away. I pack my thoughts and end the day. Knowledge is a circle, not a line. Knowledge intertwines with mine. I close the laptop, shoulder my old bag. No longer lecturer, no longer flag. The exit sign is glowing soft and red. A million unspoken words have been said.
The janitor is humming down the hall. The vending machine light is a golden ball. You're still typing, but your fingers slow. It's time to let the overtime go. This is your overtime serenade, a gentle nudge that will not fade. The work will keep until the sun. You've already won. You've already won. The cubicles are sleeping one by one. The final spreadsheet cannot be run. But you can save and close and stand and walk into the kinder land. This is your overtime serenade, a gentle nudge that will not fade. The work will keep until the sun. You've already won. You've already won. The building breathes a quiet side, a lullaby for the too tired eyes, for staying late, just a slower, sweeter fate. So pack your things, the moon is high. An overtime serenade, a soft goodbye.
The study lamp has yellowed every page. I've gathered facts like a quiet sage. I've gathered facts like a quiet sage. I close the text and let the silence bloom, and turn my tired face toward the moon. Borrowed light from the lunar sea, a silver loan for a mind like me. I've studied hard, I've earned this pause. The moon completes what studying draws. Highlighters rest in rainbow disarray. My notes are full of what I'll know someday. But knowledge can wait on its patient shelf. Tonight I'm learning my own self. Borrowed light from the lunar sea, a silver loan for a mind like me. I've studied hard, I've earned this pause. The moon completes what studying draws. Every learner needs a night to turn the lamp down, dim the bright, to be a vessel empty and still, and let the moonlight do its will. I leave the textbook by the windowsill. The moon will tutor me until I'm still, until I'm still. The shield is heavy, even in my hand, a symbol few can truly understand. I lay it by a picture in a frame, a little smile that calls me by my name. Badge on the shelf, I'm home at last. The uniform is part of the past. I'm just a parent, partner, friend. The shift allowed a peaceful end. The radio is off, the boots unlaced, tension slowly draining from my face. A crayon drawing holds a brighter sun, reminding me of who I am when duty's done. Badge on the shelf, lived aloud a peaceful end. I kiss a forehead, sleeping in the bed. No sirens wailing in my head. The duty belt is hanging on the hook. I'm safely written in a storybook. The shield will wait for morning's early light, but I am fully here tonight. Here tonight. Headphone on, eyes closed, a female vocal drifts like a passenger gazing out of a night bus. Raindrop fingers on the window glass. The bus moves slow through city underpass. I slip the headphones on and close my eyes. Vessel floating under urban skies. The quiet commuter drifting home. A silent melody inside the dome of my own mind. A tender space, leaving at a gentle pace. Headlights sweep across the empty sea. The world is muffled, bittersweet. I mouth the lyrics of a half-known song, where nothing's right and nothing's wrong. Where nothing's right and nothing's wrong. Everyone around me has a story, a secret sorrow or a glory. We ride together in the quiet night, a constellation of interior light. The bus descends into a sleepy town. The quiet commuter settles down. Watering the small succulent, a gentle reminder that growth happens even in stillness. Little succulent on my windowsill. You ask for nothing, you take your fill. Just a sip of water once a week, a quiet lesson in the peace I seek. Desk plant lullaby, slow and green, the calmest life I've ever patient teacher in the night. You don't rush your leaves or strain your stem. You're a silent, rooted little gem. I pour a gentle stream into the soil, into the soil, and feel my own frantic pace uncoil. Desk plant lullaby, slow and green, the calmest life I've ever seen. You grow by just receiving light, a patient teacher in the night. Maybe I can learn to be like you, to soak up rest and sip the dew, to trust that growth comes in the still, a quiet root, a gentle will. I set the watering can aside, a desk plant and I side by side.
The claps click shut, a satisfying sound.
I leave the contracts and the stress unbound. The office door swings closed, a final frame. I'm stepping out before the evening claim. The bag is zipped, the laptop's fast asleep. No deadlines in my pockets I must keep. I walk beneath the amber streetlight glow.
A woman letting all the numbers go. Zipped up briefcase, zipped up mind, leaving the professional behind. We're just two humans in the dust, with only simple air to trust. I meet you at the corner by the park. Our shoulders lose the tension in the dark. You smile and take my hand, the case swings light. Work is a whisper fading into night.
We talk of nothing, clouds and favorite songs, not quarterly reports or righting wrongs.
The briefcase rests forgotten on the floor. We are ourselves and nothing more.
Zipped up briefcase, zipped up mind, leaving the professional behind. We're just two humans in the dust, with only simple air to trust. The case is by the coat rack in the hall. We're unencumbered, standing tall. Steam is rising from the tiled floor. The locker door is closed, there's nothing more. Water trails down tired shoulder blades. The hardest parts begin to fade. Locker room echo, waters hum, washing off the day's hard song. Soap and silence, steam and grace, a clean and simple sacred space. The bench is cool, I rest my weary head. The roar of engines finally shed. My towel folds a story in its crease, a little fabric offering of peace. Every worker has a silent rite of shedding labor in the fading light. A shower breath, a moment to reclaim the person underneath the name. Locker room echo, waters hum, washing off the day's hard song. Soap and silence, steam and grace, a clean and simple sacred space. I dress in ordinary clothes once more. The echo fades behind the door. In the margin of my notebook, I drew a tiny star next to definitions of who we are. The lecture murmured on like distant rain. My pen was building a secret lane. Margin notes, little dreams, written in the silent streams, between the lines of what we learn. A private fire begins to burn. I sketched a tree with branches reaching wide, beside an economic principle I can't abide, sir, can't abide. The professor spoke of markets and of trade, while my mind a quiet garden made. Margin notes, little dreams, written in the silent streams, between the lines of what we learn. A private fire begins made, a testament to who I was that hour, a student, the hidden flower. I closed the notebook, stars against the blue. Slide the little dial down, light softens all over town. The day's sharp edges start to blur, a gentle goodbye to all that were. Dimmer switch, bring the night, lower the artificial light, let the darkness be a friend, let the darkness be a friend. Quiet promise without end. The lamp is golden, now it's amber, now it's ash. I'm releasing every hurried flash. The room becomes a cozy cave where rest is all I need to save. Dimmer switch, bring the night, lower the artificial light, let the darkness be a friend, let the darkness be a friend. A quiet promise without end. And every worker, learner, soul finds a dimmer in their own control, a moment when the world recedes and plants the softest evening seeds. I turn the switch until's only glow let go. I hear the clock unwind, it's tiny spring, the last small task the evening has to bring. No need to wind it up or set it right, it's time to trust the silence of the night. The unwinding clock lets go of its hands, drifts like a feather over sleeping lands. The gears are still, the faces dim and kind. The only time is resting in my mind. Resting in my mind. I trace a line of moonlight on the sheet. The day is folded, perfectly complete. breathy note, a lullaby from an invisible throat. The unwinding clock lets go of its hands, drifts like a feather over sleeping lands. The gears are still, the faces dim and kind. The only time is resting in my mind. Resting in my mind. No tick, no talk, no late or soon, just the soft astronomy of the moon. I am not early, I am not behind. I am suspended, unconfined. The unwinding clock has stopped, and so has